traveled to Ghana, Africa to study law. During my stay, I became friends with Simone, who worked where I lived. As two people from opposite sides of the world, we taught each other about the life and culture in which we were raised. I absolutely fell in love with the culture and wanted to learn more. I traveled with Simone to the village in Togo where he was born. Living without electricity and water, I began to understand the way of life in rural Africa. Throughout our journey, Simone continually spoke of the orphans back in his father's Ghanaian village who had lost their parents of AIDS. I remember the pain in Simone's voice as he spoke of the harsh conditions the people of his village were facing. Simone encouraged me to travel with him to the village while the American students urged me not to go, claiming the village just wanted money. I knew Simone believed that I might be able to help, so during my last week in Ghana, I traveled with Simone to Teacher Mani village. I witnessed the unimaginable conditions and the suffering of his people. It changed my life. The village had no safe water supply. Some were without food, health care, and education. I understood Simone's serious concern, and it was then I made a promise. I promised Simone that I would do my best to somehow bring about a positive change for his people. I committed myself to make a difference, and I knew I was liable to this special friend who had touched my soul by sharing his life with me. I left Ghana for Ireland and found this quote in a museum: "To look at bodies abandoned on a rubbish tip, to write details of torture, are experiences that cannot ever again be obliterated. To risk a gaze at such ruins of humanity is to choose to be changed forever. The conservative can exist in comfort only by averting his gaze. To choose to know is to risk being presented with a dilemma. That dilemma, put simply, is that once one knows, you can from that moment live only in the bad faith of guilty silence or act." This confirmed so much to me. What type of person would I be to return to my remarkably simple life? And forget about Simone and his people. I couldn't let that happen. I had never been more motivated in my life. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was excited about it. In February 2010, through the fundraising efforts of the Human Rights Law Group at OCU School of Law, 50 mosquito nets were delivered to Teacher Mani village. As a result of this fundraiser, I met Professor Conger, who contacted me to learn more about my goals. He took a serious interest in my effort and provided pro bono assistance in forming a nonprofit. He believed in my cause and in me. This organization would not exist without his continued support. As the legalities of forming an organization were underway, I worked on the logo, selected a board of directors, completed my state incorporation, begged for help creating a website, opened a business bank account, and started fundraising. My friend Katie Jones organized a yard sale, and we created a business plan that we sent out to about 100 friends and family asking for support. I learned how to ask for money. I did a newspaper interview, a radio interview, and spoke at the Rotary Club in my hometown. June 23rd, we arrived in Ghana with $20,000. Doing business in a country filled with corruption is not easy, and I love the African bush, but 7 weeks with sporadic electricity and no running water got tricky. But we built a sustainable water system. 3 days after I returned to the U.S., Simone called to say that the system had stopped working. The well was dry and we would have to drill again. Our money was gone and I was on the other side of the globe and helpless. Dry season came and the condition of the village was severe. I had already exhausted my contacts and felt I could not ask the same people for more money. I designed a t-shirt to sell, and OCU held a fundraiser that generated $1,500. I wish. Donations were made recognizing a lost loved one, and many contributions came in December. December 28th, I sent Simone $5,000. Today, that water system is working wonderfully, and thousands of people do in fact have access to clean water. I'm glad I didn't listen to those students who urged me not to go. No job is too big, and when you're faced with a dilemma, I encourage you to choose not to avert your eye, but to find the strength to face reality and take a risk. I encourage you to step outside of your comfort zone and be free in a new environment. I encourage you to know that you are empowered to make a difference. Like World Neighbors, One Love is a result of what may become when persons with dreams, passion, and determination volunteer and work together to make a difference. I'm so grateful for the incredible amount of support that I continue to receive, and I know that One Love Worldwide is the beginning of something very special. T-shirts are available for $20. Thank you.